If you've invested in really nice tableware, or maybe you've inherited some very meaningful pieces, you want to make sure that you take care of them the best way possible. I'm Nicole on the table, and today I want to share with you my go-to tools and supplies that I genuinely feel are worth having if you want those favorite pieces to last. Let's dive into the very first, and that has to do with taking care of your good dishes. This might be silly to some. I really think you should have either some coffee filters or it's like packing material that's really thin, but it's got a little cush to it and it's lightweight. That's because these are fabulous for putting between your dishes, between those nice plates and cups, bowls, whatever you want to help prevent getting nicked or dinged or maybe scratching on top of each other. The filters, they are wonderful because they're nice and thin and they don't take up much space. And this packing material, it's got, like I said, that nice cush to it. So it has a little bit more padding than the coffee filters, but both of these are not as thick as the felt ones that you can buy online, which are fabulous. But I'm a little bit frugal, and this doesn't cost anything because it comes in things that are shipped to me. And getting a huge stack of coffee filters is just a few dollars, and this can last a very long time. Now, those are two of my go-to supplies for helping to store my dishes. Now, you can get those containers for keeping your stacks of dishes in. I don't tend to do that as much because I find I want mine more readily accessible, but that is an option for if you're going to be storing your good dishes. Now, when it comes to cleaning your good dishes, my favorite supplies are Barkeeper's Friend and baking soda. And I didn't realize I had to grab this one from the fridge because I forgot that I ran out of my baking soda and I need to go grab some from the store. But baking soda is just one of those tried and true. You have to have it whether it's for baking or if it's for cleaning. These are great for getting out those little gray marks on your plates and helping to clean them. They're also good for other uses. You can use baking soda along with a few other things to help clean your silver. I know you've probably seen that aluminum foil method online. A lot of people do use that aluminum foil method, and baking soda is a requirement for it. Then there's also, with the Barkeeper's Friend, you can use this to clean your ceramic pieces, your stainless, copper. It says brass, but honestly, with brass, I go with Brasso. I find that this does a better job of cleaning my brass candlesticks than the Barkeeper's Friend. And that's why I have both. The unfortunate thing though is Brasso is really, it kind of stinks. So I use it in limited amounts, but these are what I use as my go-tos for helping to clean my dishes and some of the other tableware pieces that I want to bring that luster back to. When it comes to cleaning, I almost forgot, you need lint-free cloths. These are a go-to for any kind of cleaning and just having on hand to help get those smudges, those streaks out of. Next, if you have silver or silver plate, there's a couple things that you want to make sure that you either invest in or you go find. And the reason why I say it that way is because when you're going to store your silver, you do want to make sure that you've got it in anti-tarnish cloth. So these are bags that I have found at estate sales. It's so easy to find these at estate sales. I honestly think I picked them up for probably $1 or 50 cents a piece. And then there's also ones that you can put your silverware in. Find or invest in those anti-tarnishing cloths because it's going to help keep your silver from tarnishing longer. It's not going to prevent it, it's just going to help minimize the speed of tarnishing. When you are putting your silver away to store, there's two things that you can use, and these are my go-tos, and I kind of find them as funny because this is what you don't need to invest in, you just need to pay attention. Little silica gel packs. You get these all the time when things are shipped to you. You'll find them in just random things that you purchase. I like to keep them, and I keep them in a bag. That way when I need some, I have them readily accessible. Now, if that's not something you want to do, or you just want to go and buy right away, I'll put links to everything down below, but you can buy those on Amazon or you can get them online, just these silicone gel packs. And the reason why you want them with your silver is they're going to help bring that moisture out of what you're storing your silver in. So it's going to help minimize tarnishing. Same thing goes for chalk. Just a little white chalk stick, put that in with where you're storing your silver. It's going to help absorb moisture and minimize tarnishing. These are my two go-to things for when I'm storing my silver or silver plate. When it comes to cleaning my silver, I love Wright's Silver Cream. I've tried a few other ones. This is the one I love best. Now, I have heard from people not to use this on silver plate. I understand that because it can be a little abrasive, but it's still what I tend to find works best for me. And there's a lot of different options out there, but find something that works best for you for helping to maintain and polish your silver or silver plate. Next, let's talk about table linens. When it comes to cleaning my table linens, I'm often asked, how do I take care of them? And I actually have a video that I'll link down below where I tested 3 different ways to take stains out of heirloom or thrifted and vintage linens. What I find works best is an oxy cleaning powder and a dishwasher powder. I know this one for most of you sounds really silly, but you've got to watch that video and you'll understand why. This is one of my go-tos. When you need to treat more inherited linens than new linens, but maybe you've got some food stains on them and you want to remove those food stains, these are the 2 products I reach for first. You'll see in the video you need to soak, maybe re-soak and re-soak, but honestly, probably 95% of the time, these work fabulously. Honestly, sometimes there's just a stain that will never ever come out. You just have to accept it, move on, and that's okay. All right, another thing, dealing with table linens. I have some pieces that are heirloom quality. I absolutely love. I want to preserve them as long as possible, so I store them in acid-free paper. I have invested in acid-free paper. I also have acid-free boxes so that I take the linens, I wrap them inside of my acid-free paper, and then I put them in my acid-free boxes. Now, I do pull these linens out and use them on certain occasions, but when I'm not using them, they go back in the acid-free paper and the acid-free box because I do want to preserve them and maintain them for as long as possible. I've got, I almost forgot to share with you. This is one of my supplies that I swear by, and if you watched any of my previous videos, you know why. I love having a spray bottle for my table linens. Maybe I don't have the time or energy to iron my tablecloth before I'm putting it on my table. I put it on the table, I give it a good spritz, nicely misted with my spray bottle, and that's gonna help release the wrinkles. It's not going to press my tablecloth, but it helps release the wrinkles so it doesn't look like a wrinkled mess on my table. And when you're needing to set a nice table and you don't have time to iron, grab your spray bottle, spritz your tablecloth. It does wonders. All right, I've got 2 more things that are in my go-to supply box. Next one is mineral oil for wood. I live in a dry climate, so this is really almost a requirement, a necessity for wood because it helps maintain the condition of the wood. It helps prevent it from drying out and cracking. Plus, it just gives it such a nice luster. If you've got wood bowls or trays or even some of the nice troughs that we're seeing, use mineral oil, bring back that luster, give it a good soaking and then wipe it off, and it will help maintain that wood for years. And you actually probably have to do this depending on where you live, every couple months or once a year. Just depends on how dry the climate is that you live in. And my last thing, it's not a tool. I guess it is a tool. It's not used for cleaning or preserving, but it's great for setting wonderful tables, and it helps in aiding when I have candles on my table. This is fabulous stuff. It's called Simply Tacky. I use it to keep my taper candles tall and straight in my candle holders. I also have a whole video on testing lots of different ways to keep your candles straight in candlesticks. For me, by far, this was the clear-cut winner. I use it all the time in keeping my candles straight. And there's a lot of other uses for it too, but when we're talking about tablescapes and tableware, this is the go-to. These are the tools and supplies that I swear by for maintaining tableware. If you have questions on any of them, let me know in the comments down below, or if you have any others to share, I always love to hear from you. If you enjoyed my video, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.